Let's talk about something that every single business owner feels, whether they've been in business for 3 months or 3 years. Cash flow pressure. That tightening in the chest when a client delays payment. That sinking feeling when you look at the calendar and think, next month's looking a little bit empty. It happens to us all. But here's the thing, it's not the end of the world. In fact, when you know what to do with that pressure, it can actually become a catalyst for growth. In today's episode, we're going to work through 3 practical things you can do to turn that pressure into progress. We're going to talk about how to turn cash flow stress into quick opportunities, how to build and nurture a healthy sales pipeline, why long sales cycles aren't your enemy, and how to play the long game without losing momentum. How does that all sound? It sounds action-packed, isn't it? If you've ever found yourself staring at your numbers and thinking, how do I fix this fast? This one is for you. I am an unapologetic lover of a good sales strategy because sales, when done really well, isn't about pushiness. It's not about pressure. It's about clarity, connection, and confidence. And those 3 things can change everything about how you feel in your business. So I want you to grab a notebook because today we're going to get practical. And if you're walking while listening to this, you may have to come home and double speed me and take your notes. Just to give you some context for today, I'm smack bang in the middle of a Thriving Women launch, which is a massive sales period for us. And I'm smack bang in the middle of our BD sprint. So while I'm going through the BD sprint with all the people that I coach, I'm doing it for myself. Number 1, turning cash flow pressure into opportunity. When cash flow feels tight, your instinct, my instinct, everyone's instinct is to panic. You start saying yes to everything, you start discounting your prices, or you take work on that doesn't align, and before long, you're exhausted and you're resentful and probably a bit grumpy for your family, might I say. But pressure is just feedback. It's your business saying, it's time to get creative. I want to talk to you about one of my clients. We'll call her Sarah. Sarah had 3 clients delay payments in the same month. Normally, she would stress, tighten up, and stop showing up online. Also, she happened to stop serving. But this time, we did something different. She went through her past client list. She picked 5 people she loved working with and sent a simple message. Something like, I just opened up a few hours this month for some consulting work. Thought of you straight away. Would that be useful right now? Just show up and serve. Within 48 hours, she'd booked 2 sessions and made $2,000. No fancy marketing, no ads, just genuine connection and can I help you? That's what happens when you take action instead of overthinking. So here's your practical step. Open your client spreadsheet or an email list or your phone. Highlight 5 people you could reach out to this week. Just 5 people. Send them a personalized message. No sales pitch, just an offer to help. If you do that every week, you'll have fresh opportunities rolling in. Cash flow pressure doesn't mean you failed. It means you've got a pulse. Now, let's talk about your sales pipeline, or as I like to call it, your business heartbeat. A lot of women I coach tell me, Emma, I just want more clients. But when I ask, who is in your pipeline right now? Here's what I get. Yeah, silence. A healthy pipeline means we always know where someone is, whether they're cold, whether they're warm, and who's ready to buy. If you don't know that information, you got to find that out. One of my Thriving Women members had about 80 contacts, but she wasn't closing many deals. We had a look at her follow-up process and she realized she was treating everyone like a one-off conversation instead of part of a longer relationship. She wasn't nurturing anything. She was hoping that one conversation they would buy. That is not how this thing works at the moment. So she created a simple spreadsheet with 3 columns. Column 1 leads to contact. Column 2, in conversation. And column 3, ready for more. That was it. 3 columns. And then every Friday, she'd spend 30 minutes updating it. That one habit changed everything. Within 2 months, she'd closed 4 deals worth $20,000. You can tell me this doesn't work, but I know this works. So here's your practical step for today. Make a simple tracker, the 3 columns that I talked about. Whether it's in a spreadsheet, your CRM, a notebook, I don't care. Notes on your phone, it doesn't matter. Each week, update it. Ask yourself, who needs a nudge? Who needs the next step? And don't forget that when we're talking about a pipeline, you need to plant the seeds. You need to start somewhere. If you only focus on current clients, your future will always feel uncertain. I do an hour a day of BD. That means business development. It's a non-negotiable in my world. For you, if you're just starting out, a couple of hours a week. That's it. Reach out, follow up, post something valuable. That's how you build consistency, and consistency builds confidence. By the way, if you are listening to me going, I don't know where to start, I don't have anyone to contact, may I suggest, humbly, that you open up the contacts in your phone and you reach out to all of those people in your phone and tell them what you're doing so they know and who they could possibly refer you to. Easy, simple. That's all we need to do. No overcomplication. Here's where most people get discouraged. Long sales cycles. When I first started out in my business, I was like, okay, I'm going to call 20 people and 20 people are going to buy and that's going to be it. And then we're going to start working together. Oh, if only that was true. If only that was true. You have a great meeting. You do a great proposal. You have an amazing call. You send the follow-up and then crickets. I get it. You start second guessing yourself. You start second guessing your pricing, your offer. But here's the truth. Slow sales aren't no sales. I've reframed to say slow sales is a considered sale. I once had a corporate client who took 14 months. Yes, 14 months to finally say yes. To be fair, it was a lot of money and it had to go through a lot of pairs of hands. Ridiculous, really. Anyway, we'd met, we'd talked, they had the proposal, I followed up every single month, and then life happened. Because I stayed top of mind, checking in occasionally, sending something useful, when they were ready, I was the first call they made. It ended up being one of my biggest contracts that year. Here's your practical step. Create a nurture list of prospects that have said, not yet. Every month, check in. Share an article, tell them what's happening in the space, send a note, send a text message, invite them to an event. Keep it light, keep it genuine, keep it top of mind. Because here's the truth, people remember who stays in touch without the pressure. That's the difference between chasing sales and creating them. So there you have it, 3 steps to help you with sales. 1, we turn pressure into opportunity. We reach out, we reconnect, and we take small, confident actions. Number 2, we build a healthy pipeline because consistency beats chaos every single time. And number 3, we embrace the long sales cycles. We stay visible, we stay kind, we stay patient. Cash flow pressure will come and go, but how you respond is what will set you apart. When you stay calm, focused, and connected, your business stays strong. If today's episode has you thinking, I really need to get on top of my sales rhythm, oh boy, you are in the right place. Inside Thriving Women, our 12-month container, we do BD sprints. We'll get you a plan, we'll teach you how to do it every single day, daily action. And it helps you get into the habit of getting really good at reaching out. That's all it is. I reach out, I have this thing, would you like to buy it? It's as simple as that. And we help you with the weekly structure. We help you with sales challenges. You will sell with self-confidence. You'll track your numbers and you'll finally feel in control of your income. Because sales isn't about being pushy. It's about being proactive.